But what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Musu Gaming here, and today I want to talk about Ark of Osiris League and the way that we do it, because we do it, my group here in 2939 that migrated to 2939, and but we actually started from 2811, does Ark of Osiris League very differently from other people. We actually run 15 combatants Ark of Osiris League, and I think I can explain a little bit of why we are doing it and what kind of impact that this setup has on you as a player. And it's a whole different experience, in my opinion, versus 30 versus 30 for a number of reasons. For one, when you actually set up a team of 15 very dedicated group of people for your Ark of Osiris League, the reason why we do it is, for one, I think every single member's participation matters a lot more than 30 versus 30. If you actually look at my my mail here, my team captain, the people who actually organize this Ark of Osiris League actually sets up like the whole markers and everything, and is pretty organized. And we only have like 10 people that are joining with the main, and then about 5 people that are joining with 5 accounts per se that are joining with farm accounts. So what that allows us to do is actually making strategy and every move and every march count. So you can't just send like 20 different marches to Ark for no reason. Let's say you actually are occupying every single building on the map, and you're trying to defend those. Sending like 20 different marches for Ark alone may not make sense for this setup versus, let's say you're doing 30 versus 30. That might matter a little bit more. So, and we have faith in every single member of our group that when we have this setup, like each teleport, each march, like each rally, each garrison matters so much that this makes Ark of Osiris League a lot more fun than the regular 30 versus 30. So that's why we do this. And so far, luckily for us, we've been pretty good in terms of win rate. I think ever since we started this 15 people setup, we probably had somewhere around 70 to 80% win rate. So it's really good for us to be able to actually get that 2,000 gem as well as the gold heads for us. So that's one of the other reasons why we're doing it, because we have so much confidence in our team as 15 people that we actually won a lot. As you can see, we are currently in an 8th win streak, and it is probably one of the longest win streak that we have. So I thought it would be cool for me to actually share the setup on the live stream. So that's what we're doing. Show me my show me my skill. Keen to watch. All right. Thank you. Let's just go ahead and go over some of the stuff that I have set up. Let's see. How long do I have until Ark starts? Okay. So for this Ark of Osiris League, I have a setup for both rally and garrison. And usually I don't recommend doing a rally with Poe, but the reason why I actually run Poe Arthur for this particular rally is because I need to use him on the field as well. And I think my gear, you can see that my gear that I'm using for Poe Arthur and my armaments are strong enough for most cases that Poe Arthur rally actually does work on almost any scenario. We haven't seen a single case where it traded negatively almost. So it's good. So this rally setup is going to be my first field march as well as my rally march. I have Liu Che and Philip. I actually use Philip for this because I'm using Poe Arthur for the other one. Let me just go ahead and save this. And Zhuge Liang Herman, just because that's the only archer march that I'm going to have. And I'm not going to have a second cavalry march because my second cavalry march gear is going to go to my garrison gear. For this group, I don't think we have anyone who built a proper garrison. We have, but then again, I think we have people who have like all the armaments and everything set up for the wedge for the second pair of sets, so that other people can actually use their best cav march on the field. But this is my secondary cavalry set. I'm going to use this on Eleanor Hera. I'm going to use this Eleanor Hera on my garrison for my side of the field. Usually it works because our field march will actually get there before my Eleanor Hera, or before their rally gets there. So that means that we can actually fight them and swarm them down with our field marches, so that as long as the Eleanor Hera doesn't flop very quickly, it's actually going to work. So I have four different sets. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm gonna have garrison. So that's basically the setup that I have. We do have the 25%. We most of the time don't really use the 50% expansion, just because of the fact that you know, for 15 versus 15, sometimes you get a free win because not everyone shows up all the time. But it looks like we got some showers here. And one of the main things that we actually need is the fact that we need almost everyone's participation. Everyone needs to basically be able to make it to the Ark of Osiris. So that is one of the main things that you need to pay attention to. And just for those of you who actually watched my other video, Chef Keys, who I actually did the account review for, is actually here with us in 2939. He's still catching up, but he's actually in a pretty good spot. Hopefully my account guide actually helped, but let's see how he does on the map too. So that's another yeah, my wife knows everything. Yeah, let's see how he performs. Alright, where's my Justinian? And then I'm gonna have to send my Eleanor Hera as soon as possible. Usually I will actually have Justinian Hera with which much better setup. I will have like infantry and archer in there, just so that it can benefit from normal damage reduction. But that actually slows down the march so much that I don't prefer doing that for the garrison marching. So Nevsky, but their rally's coming soon, so you can see how that goes. But my rally actually arrived. It looks like they know what they're doing. They already got someone to garrison for that, but they're not using a proper garrison. And you can see that although my rally is using Pro Justinian, which is not very ideal, it's actually trading pretty positively with the garrison. So okay, we got a pretty even match for those. And you can see that I screwed up and not listened to Mikey here. So alright, so now everyone's kind of swarmed down. You see that our garrison actually held up a lot better than theirs. Something. Let's see if we can swarm that down. I hope we can hold. Yeah, we're gonna hold this. Can we? Yeah, we're definitely gonna hold this one. Yeah, so for my secondary gear, it's not too bad, right? So so we are a little bit ahead on this side because of the fact that we just captured this one. I gotta make sure that we shoot down every single one of those idle marches, so... And as long as they don't take the ability, and even if they do, as long as we can actually hold it right there, it's actually not too bad. Okay, so they have their marches coming up. Oh, no, Shakis is fighting? Okay, well, let's just swarm them down. So, just taking the pass itself, we can sometimes garrison it, but since the opponent seems to know what they're doing, I'm actually letting it basically just wear out the occupation time. I think we're a little bit outnumbered here. Do you have anyone? No, we don't. But I just want to make sure that we can hold this a little bit in the meantime. Looks like our right side is doing a little bit less. It's suffering a little bit, but that's alright. So I'm just milking out the time here. Then the Ark is going to be really important here. So I'm going to actually move my marches towards Ark. And also at the same time, if you actually have Ark this early, it's actually not that good, because that means that everyone's basically trying to protect your Ark. But in the meantime, you're basically killing your field troops at the moment. You see that like the Ark hasn't really moved. Those? And then protect the boys who are carrying the Ark at the end of the day. Alright, it looks looking pretty good. Now, there's no meaning in fighting here, so let's just go ahead and try to get the protect the Ark guys, because they look like they have a Alright, so it looks like Clid is gonna... Oh, I'm carrying the Ark. Okay, cool. Alright, let's see if we can get that happening. I think we might be able to get the Ark, guys. I know that I should have grabbed it with my infantry march, but my... no, cavalry march, but my cavalry march needs to go beat the shit out of these guys. Alright, let's see if I can swarm this guy down. It's just a one march archer. My foe should have no problem, Arthur. Alright, and these guys I need to shoot down. You can see that luckily for me, we're pretty tanky. Okay, fine. Alright, so that was a little too close. Okay, let me just go ahead and sat face my own marches. Looks like our team has gained control back on the field. And since we're not getting rallied, oh no. My apologies, chat. Since we're not getting rallied, think we might. Alright, let's see if I can try to defend this now. Jesus. And you can see that my boy is doing the work on Garrison. If we get lucky, we might be able to take all of them, actually. And we protected this objective successfully. Alright, so we fended them off pretty well there. Alright, so we have Eleanor Hera on the Garrison, so we can go ahead and now be on the offense side. Or should we even try this first? Let's try this first. Let's see if they have a Garrison working here. If they have a proper Garrison with like actual Garrison setup, then we'll go ahead and pivot to the one at the bottom. No. It looks like they have some capacity though. So once my Arthur gets here, I think this is gonna be a pretty easy swarm though. Yeah. I don't really care about Guan Yu here. So it's a pretty easy swarm. Alright, and then I'm gonna actually leave my Zhuge Liang here. Then we'll move down to this one right here. Looks like we're having some issues with the Ark. A lot of people. Let's see. Look at that damage. I need to buy time until they actually get here, so. Alright, I'm gonna try to draw them out a little bit. Oh, nope. Not doing that, boys. So that's best as I could do over there. Looks like they're still trying to capture that. We lost that Ark right there. That is very unfortunate. Then we need to capture almost all the objectives back. No! Why would you die on me right now, my mouse? Alright, let's see if I can get that plugged in. Alright. Do we have people? Alright, that's gonna be a tough Garrison right there. 400k versus. Oh, why are they so weak? Okay. Alright, bro. If you're gonna Garrison, if you're gonna rally, man, that's not how you do it, man. GG right here. Alright, so I got sad face here, but that was a pretty big loss in their points, and we're defending this for sure. So ouch. Yeah, it's pretty tough to actually come back from those now. Oh, it looks like we got it. I got that one on the bottom. Alright. 6 minutes on the last chest. We got control of the bottom one. Do we have control on the top field? Yeah, that's tough. The main reason why this one's actually doing a lot better than the other one is I think it's because my whole Arthur is actually tanking this one. But let's just go ahead and clear them out. How much time do we have? 4 minutes? Still got some time. How are they not killing me so fast? Come on, guys. You guys have like 3 times the number. Alright, so let's just go to mid. Yeah, the top side lost the obelisk. I don't think they can defend that at the moment. Looks like they lost their obelisk too. I can catch up to him, that is. Yeah, it looks pretty tough, guys. Looks pretty tough. Yup. Got him down. I think. Oh. Oh. Oh, team A, team B. Oh. Looks like they overinvested on Ark too, so as long as we have this Ark, we might be able to win this, guys. Alright, so my job right now is use my final march probably very wisely if I can. And I think the best use is actually capturing those objectives right there. What's going on? I thought you would get sad face already. Ah, come on. I need that. Zhuge sad faced. What is... Oh my god. Can we get that over there? There's a guy right here. He's free to play though. So yeah, actually, this might be possible. Looks like they overinvested a ton here for the Ark too. But I don't think they have anywhere that they can actually do this, so... Alright, this is probably... If we come back from this, it's probably the most epic. Yeah, we're pretty epic in that if you can get that in somehow in 7 minutes, man, that's gonna be huge. And I think my job is so that they don't get as much points anymore on here. And I think this is garrisoned very well too. Do you have the troop type? Yes, you do, but... Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send my Guan to one of those guys. I'm gonna send my... No. Losing that is huge. I that was almost the greatest combat that we had so far. All right, after this, maybe we're gonna go ahead and take a look at some of the reports. Yeah, we tried our best. The team B was, I think, doing really, really well. Team B took over the top side like completely. So man, that was unfortunate. We almost came back from that, which was pretty amazing actually. I thought we were gonna lose just pretty badly, but because we took the second arc pretty well, and then they were very invested in that second arc, we were able to come back pretty much really, really well. But towards the end, unfortunately, we did lose the field. I think that's where it kind of got messy. Yeah, let's look at some of the reports. I did have some garrisoning from that. Start from the very beginning. So this was the 1.5 million rally that I did with Ho Justinian. Got stormed down pretty badly, but because their garrison wasn't really ready, we almost took it down. But it got reinforced at the end. But we got about 100% KP ratio for 1v7 scenario, but still, it wasn't good. They were ready. I think that was the biggest issue. And then Eleanor Hera, this one was pretty easy. Like, by the time they attacked it, it was already stormed down pretty easily. Then they rallied again, which was very easy for us to defend. Yeah, that second arc was very unfortunate. Maybe even the first arc. Maybe I shouldn't have actually participated in that Ark Fight, because if we do, then that's when we kind of lose our side objectives. Yeah, I think this is when we kind of destroy them in the field with Ark. But so here's the thing about 15 people Ark is, like, if one of the stronger players actually pull out their entire field march to actually get the Ark, sometimes you lose a lot of advantage that you had on the field. I think a lot of people actually did that from the other team too. Thank you, Juan. Thank you. Yeah, very unfortunate. We almost came back. Could have been our 9th streak. But yeah, you can kind of see why our team is pretty strong though. Although we don't have the number in terms of just the head count, just because we have 15 people and our is 15 versus 15, it is a lot more fun. So each player, no matter your garrisoning, no matter your rallying, like, can make a huge difference in terms of what you can do on the Ark. I think like you saw that one person just swarmed down like the entire objective, although it was like garrisoned pretty well. You saw me do that too. You saw me basically garrisoned our 150 points thing objective for the whole time with my Eleanor Hera. So yeah, each person makes a huge difference. If you're kind of getting tired of, like, bad decisions ruining your Ark, I think you just gotta form a right group of people who can actually give very good directions. So that really helps out. So that's why I think 15 versus 15 is a lot more fun. I think that's why a lot of other people are doing it. As you can see from the team that we just fought, they were doing it pretty well. I think they are the team that does 15 versus 15 a lot more often, like us. So, but then again, it was pretty fun. I hope this was pretty enjoyable for everyone who was watching on this Saturday/Sunday morning. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I'll go ahead and try to edit the video form. I know that this went on for more than an hour, so I'll try to do some editing, and then so it doesn't make it as less boring as it might be. But I'll put it up on the YouTube as not live stream as well. So if you're into those, you can probably take a look at the summary version of it. It'll take me some time because I need to go to some festival with my wife later. So happy that you made that short, the infantry equipment short. Yeah. I think he's talking about the shorts that I actually did on the infantry. Thank you, thank you. I really appreciate that it actually helped out your infantry set, dude. And just for your reference, though, infantry short. Let's just actually go take a look at that real quick. Let's just go to my studio, go to my channel. I'll have the chat up over here actually. Let's see, is this the right one? Best infantry set? Oh yeah, this is the right one. So yeah, just follow that guide, dude. Juan 7. Yeah, follow that guide. I think it's not too bad. It's hopefully that helped you, and it looks like it did. So it kind of gives you a little bit of kind of lateral experience for you to actually build your infantry gear. Please feel free to. Yeah, so that's actually the right one. I was actually wondering, because I think I made a mistake on the one before where I actually didn't suggest the leadership gear on the pants and boots. But I think that is probably the end game infantry set, the best one that everyone else is using in the Krakens and stuff. So now you forge the head equipment. Nice, nice. Please. But yeah, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I actually wasn't expecting so many people watching it. I think a lot of people from 2939 did tune in, so thank you so much for everyone who watched, joined the chat. Really appreciate it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and go wake up my wife, feed the cats, and probably get on farming with AOO, with the Rise of Kingdoms. I really appreciate you guys all tuning in. Really appreciate the chat. It was a blast. And I'll see you guys on the next video. All right? Or live stream. Thank you so much.